This here's a true story about a little old jackrabbit from Montreal. How he made his way to the East Coast. Set off with his love.
You can open your mouth. I'll put your egg in there.
Set off with a heart plagued with holes. Travel, swimming, rain, looking for some semblance of plan. His feet were sore from digging through all the mud. Headed east, fell in love and ditched his love. Oh no, I swear I didn't need no more. Well, he was home. He was eastbound. No, let him go and home. That rabbit found a place to live with B.I. Quiet acres on the sea and in the sky. With a little bird, they built a house in the woods. Together they grew until the seasons changed for good. You'll never know until you fly away. Until you fly away, I'll fly away for good. You'll never know until you fly away. Until you fly away, I'll fly away from home. Swam across the Northumberland Strait. He was headed for Halifax to find a hold, a hideaway somewhere in that pit of his deepest despair. A silver fox was standing there with a coat so sharp it cut through all the dark. Never know until you fly away. Until you fly away, I'll fly away for good. You'll never know until you fly away. Until you fly away. Wild beast back.
Alright, slide. Lift, slide. Lift, slide. Oh, we gotta go up. Ready? Oh, lift. Alright. So you guys remember, a couple months ago, put the garden in and I was having a rough time. I had groundhogs out here eating everything. And I was really having a WTF type of moment. A real what the fun guy. Yeah, I was having a really tough time, and I was thinking about things I could grow that could possibly work with my limited schedule and time. And you know what? I have always been wanting to do some mushrooms, and so here we go. So I've had an interest in trying to grow some mushrooms for a little while now, but honestly I do not have the time to do like an indoor type of setup where you're inoculating all this stuff, and it seems like a lot to really tend to and control. But I was searching around a little bit on some of the sites, and I came across these preloaded little logs right here. And this is a perennial that can last for 4 to 5 years. And it's basically a set it and forget it, come out here and check for mushrooms type of thing, which fits into my life perfect. At the very beginning of this video, you saw me building something right here. And this is kind of what I've devised to use as kind of my mushroom log stand. And I've kind of made it so that I can expand my thing a little bit, so there's going to be a little bit of learning curve and stuff I got to go through with these first little logs. But eventually what I think would be cool is to expand into more and more, so I kind of get myself a little bit of space here to add more in the future, but still give me something to start with right here. When it came to these logs, what I read was they really like a shady spot, which is perfect because I have this back corner that is very shady, and I'm always trying to figure out what I could do with the shady spots, like many of you are. So here we go with some easy care logs that we don't have to do anything for. We set them out here in the shade. I'm gonna I built this little stand for them so I can hold them up just a tiny bit off the ground. I don't want them freezing to the ground and all that kind of stuff, just for later in the year when we get the snow. But the logs are gonna set on here, and they're literally just gonna stay out here, and they are gonna get weathered on, they're gonna get rain, they're gonna get snow, and then they are gonna make mushrooms for us for 4 to 5 years, which is tremendous. It's like a perennial mushroom log, and just having something like that, a constant type of protein on our Citystead, is just awesome. So here's our little logs that we're gonna start with. They're definitely not big or anything, but it's a good start. We got a shiitake mushroom right here, and then this one right here is a white oyster. And from my understanding, these are 2 of the easiest mushrooms to grow. Alright, so step number 1, we're going to put these on there. Now it says to set the log upright like this, and what I saw when I was doing a little bit of research is a lot of people like to lean them kind of on something, which is why I designed this the way I did. You see, it's kind of a little platform with a bar in the middle. It's got a couple different levels on it, and what I can do is add another bar in there, different sized logs. I can set this down and lean it in there a little bit. Just got to make sure they stay upright mostly. That's why I kind of went with this ideal of making a base to set them on, because I'll know that they have a nice flat surface and they won't be tipping over or falling down on me. So according to the tags that come with these, they are not deer or rabbit resistant, which is fine for us in our environment because, well, we have a fence all the way around here. We don't have rabbits come in our backyard. Well, maybe occasionally, but not very often. And we got a racetrack going on there. The deer are not something we really worry about in an urban environment because, well, I mean, they're deer. They don't really live in this environment. So that is something we don't have to worry about. Now what we gotta do is go get some water because those things need to be soaked in water just to start them off. It says if they go more than 10 days without having any significant rainfall of getting wet, that you should thoroughly moist them. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them a start. Just dump a bucket of water on them and get them really soaked just to start them off. So these logs I got from Pine Tree Seed Co. You guys have seen, I've done heirloom seed spotlight on them. Really nice company. Very happy to find those. I think they're going to be really cool and a good addition for our Citystead here. Now they do take 9 to 18 months from the time they are inoculated to fruit, and then from there they can fruit multiple times a year for 4 to 6 years. So we do have a little bit of time. We might end up waiting. I don't know the actual inoculation date of these, so we might be looking at not getting any mushrooms off of this until next spring, but still it's something to start and get into. It's something I want to do, and this seems to me like a fairly easy perennial to handle. Set it out here and I can let it do all the weather stuff. I just have to make sure that it's in complete shade. It says 0 sun whatsoever. Good job. Which is actually really good because the spot back here is the killer of all fruit trees. Anything I try to plant back here, nothing ever seems to go right. All the shade loving plants I've planted back here don't do well. So finding something I can actually stick back here might actually produce something for me. Super excited about getting this going. Well, here we go. Adventures in Fungi Growing. It's on its way. Remember guys, be bold, grow bold, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.